Man falsely accused of sexually assaulting actress feels like he has undergone mental torture sanctioned by the state. Now, what you need to do is after this, you need to go and look up this story on YouTube and get this guy's story. He's absolutely unbelievable. So let's continue. So that is him there walking in the train station. As you can see, he's got one hand on his strap and one hand on a paper. So let's continue. A commuter wrongly accused of sexually assaulting a well-known actress after brushing past her at a train station has spoken of how half a second turned into a year of hell. So you need to go and have a look at this guy's story. It's Mark Pearson. You'll find it on YouTube. It's absolutely unbelievable what's happened to this guy. So anyway, Mark Pearson said he felt like he had undergone a form of mental torture sanctioned by the state after he was charged over the alleged incident at Waterloo Station on December 2014. So CCTV footage showed the 51-year-old walking through the station holding a newspaper in his left hand and with his right hand on his bag strap when he brushes past the woman, who cannot be named for legal reasons. Yeah. The alleged victim later told police. He had penetrated her and hit her on the shoulder, although footage showing he had never broken his stride. And the police had this footage before they even charged him. The Crown Prosecution Service were found to have deliberately slowed down the footage, which made it appear Mr. Pearson had more time to assault the alleged victim. Mr. Pearson's defence barrister, Mark Bagshaw, explained the footage had been slowed down from 1 frame per second to 1 frame per 2. So Mr. Pearson's defence barrister, Mark Bagshaw, explained the footage had been slowed down from 1 frame per second to 1 frame per 2 seconds. There were no witnesses or forensic evidence. So this is a story. It's absolutely unbelievable what they were trying to do to this guy. Not just the police, the Crown Prosecution Service, the whole system were trying to have this guy for sexual assault, and all he did was walk past this woman. That's all he did. A jury took just 90 minutes for jurors to clear Mr. Pearson of any wrongdoing at his trial at Blackfriars Crown Court. Speaking BBC Radio 5 Live, the married picture framer called the charges preposterous and said, "Anyone who has seen the CCTV images knows that I couldn't possibly have done it." He said in court, "It is against everything I believe in as a human being. I did nothing. I would have had to crouch down, put my hand up the woman's skirt, penetrate her, take my hand out again, all while holding the newspaper and walking along the concourse. For me, half a second turned into a year of hell. I feel I have undergone a form of mental torture sanctioned by the state," and he has. Everybody involved were trying to get this. We're trying to have this guy. Mr. Pearson, who says he now suffers from anxiety, said he spent a year defending himself in and out of court. He said whenever he told people he was innocent, they would feel they were thinking, "Of course you would say that." The CPS defended its decision to take the case to trial, saying in a statement, "There was sufficient evidence for this case to proceed to court and progress to trial. We respect the decision of the jury." It comes as a London Met Police Commissioner, Sir Bernard Hogan-Ho, suggested the force may stop automatically believing alleged raid rape victims after a series of high-profile mistakes in its handling of cases. Sir Bernard is facing calls for an inquiry after he launched a 9-month investigation into allegations against former Army Chief Lord Bramall, which was eventually dropped. So yeah, what you need to do is go and have a look at this story, because within a second your life can turn into an absolute nightmare.
Why did the CPS think they could secure a
I
conviction?
would very much like to know that, and they haven't told us. They haven't said why they continued to pursue the case, even after we had an expert look at the CCTV and conclude that I couldn't possibly have done what she said.
And this is because it establishes you'd gone past her in half a second. I think you had a newspaper in one hand and
in the hand that I was supposed to have assaulted her with.
Right. It's just bizarre. I mean,
It's preposterous.
When you talk to your partner about it, do you find that people look at you and think, well, you kind of would say that, wouldn't you? You know, or was it the story so preposterous nobody could ever?
Anyone who's seen the CCTV images knows that I couldn't possibly have done it. I would have had to have leaned backwards while walking forwards, crouched towards the ground to put my hand up her skirt and do what she said. Then also hit her in the shoulder, all in half a second.